Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by pt8 Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released Daughters of Lamb. This is a pay-what-you-want tabletop RPG where you get to play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. Excuse me. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products, and check out their Micro Red category of games. They are ready to play RPGs with their settings and a streamlined version of the Red system. Definitely check it out. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Today, I am continuing my review series featuring Befallen. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review series featuring this tabletop RPG that is solo or cooperative, it's about obsession and corruption. Please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about one of the classes, specifically the Forge Witch. Forge Witches are the chosen disciples of the Forge Mother. She is the goddess of the hearth and the forge, giver of warmth and life-giving bread, who protects her followers and hunts unshapen metal into useful tools and deadly weapons. They often serve as wise folk in many smaller communities, offering their services, smithing and crafting charms to protect the community and cure minor ailments. You have the skills of occult and artifice. You have knowledge in things such as smithing, of course, and spirits. When it comes to your equipment, you could wield a smithing hammer, a metal amulet that you have crafted to show your devotion of the Forge Mother, and even a weapon of your choice. When it comes to your traits, perhaps your breath is abnormally hot, or maybe your eyes glow like burning coals. Concerning your abilities, you have things such as Living Forge. The Forge Mother is both nurturing and fierce, and her fires burn within you. At the beginning of each day, you choose one of two things. There is Hearth Fire. When you make a roll with persuasion or investigation while interacting with a deadly character, friendly character. I was just thinking this character is truly deadly because you are able to wield weapons but also forge empowered tools and weapons, of course. So while interacting with a friendly character, you add a d6 to your roll. A result of 5 or 6 on a d6 is a success. Additionally, you can kindle a rejuvenating hearth fire that restores 2 additional fortitude at the end of each day. Or you could choose to start that day with Forge Fire. You can blow on flammable materials to ignite them, or hit materials to extreme hits with your breath. Imagine, if you are assaulting an enemy fortress or whatever, you could start a fire as a distraction quite easily. When you take the attack action in combat, you add a d6 to your roll. A result of 5 or 6 on a d6 is a success. Additionally, at the end of combat, you erupt into Forge Fire and regain 1 stamina. You also have other features such as the Spirit Smith. Spend 3 resources to forge a weapon, tool, or piece of armor and bind a spirit into it. You make a skill roll adding dice for both your occult and artifice skills, with a d12 challenge die. On a success, you bind a spirit into the item. You name the item and choose one of 3 benefits. For example, there is Unbreaking. Start combat with 2 defensive dice. There is also Wreathed in Flame. When you deal damage with this item, deal 1 additional damage. You also have the duality of the Forge Mother. You learn to hold both the aggressive and nurturing natures of the Forge Mother within you. You gain the benefits of both the Hearth Fire and Forge Fire paths of your Living Forge ability at all times. When it comes to your obsession, maybe you've served as a wise folk and protector of your village for years. Now the village is under threat, and you must venture into the wider world to find a way to save it, no matter the cost. When it comes to your hunt, maybe you have never been able to control the flames that burn within you. Sometimes they escape and burn wildly out of your control. And this concludes this part of the review series. In the next part, we are going to talk about the Salt Sorcerer. I really like this class, the Forge Witch. You're a bit like it feels like a bit like a battle-oriented cleric in other tabletop RPGs, but the thing about you, like representing so many aspects of the forge, of heat, of flame, with your eyes burning, or maybe your skin is super hot to the touch all the time, or maybe your hair randomly emits sparks, that could serve to your advantage when it comes to intimidation and, like I said, setting things on fire. But the game master could also present some challenges. What if you are camping and suddenly you burst into flame in the middle of the night and now you started a forest fire? Who knows, right? So thank you for watching this part of the review series. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. Take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master, and remember, in tabletop RPGs, it's not about what you want your characters to do, it's about what your characters are doing. Once again, thank you, and see you later.